Hi guys, welcome to my channel. As you already know, my name is Priscilla Kuma. Thank you all, about 750 of you who have subscribed to my channel and still counting. By the time you're watching this video, I'm sure we are heading to 800. I really appreciate it. Today I have another person. I always find someone for you for an informative interview. So share this video with others. It might be in 2 parts depending on how long it is. So welcome to the part 1 of this interview. Today we're talking about mental health nursing in Ghana. Ghana is a country in West Africa, and as you already know, it's in the African continent where I originally come from. I lived there, I schooled there, I grew up there, so I still have a lot of touch back home, and I have a lot of family and friends back home who always support my channel. So thank you to my Ghana viewers, and the highest viewers so far. Thank you Americans for watching my video, those in Nigeria, India, wherever. I really appreciate you. So let's talk about mental health nursing in Ghana. I have a colleague here. She is a mental health nurse. She and I happen to go to the same high school. I'm always here with either my high school friends or my college friends, and they've been supportive. Hi, Coco. Welcome to my channel and introduce yourself.
Hi, Priscilla. Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Coco Awodagaju, as you know, and I am a mental health nurse. I've been a mental health nurse for the past 9 years, if I'm not mistaken. But my journey actually started 15 years ago. That was after high school, where I applied to do nursing. So I have been in this profession at least for the past 15 years, at the least like that.
Okay, that's very nice. That makes me feel old. So after high school, you applied to go for nursing. What made you choose mental health nursing?
Okay. You know, after high school, actually, mental health nurse was, let me say, maybe that's what God wanted me to do, because I love caring for people. You know, I volunteered to care for people after school and all that, but it wasn't really something I wanted to do. And after high school, I didn't have enough knowledge of the different type of nursing that existed. So I just bought the form and then I applied. So after applying, I started making my investigations, and I realized that in nursing, there are various areas or specializations. So when I went for the interview, then I realized that it was mental health. Initially, I wanted to stop because of, let me say, societal ideas or perception of mental health. I was naive. I didn't know anything about mental health. So when I was going for the interview, I even wanted to stop. I remember during the interview, I was asked, for my field general nursing. So I was asked, why did you choose general nursing? And I told them I didn't have an idea of mental health. I knew I was just coming to do nursing. So after everything, I had admission. So that's how my journey with mental health nursing started. That was 15 years ago at Pantanesis Training College. And the experience has been so amazing. It has been so interesting. And I thank God I did mental health. If not, I don't know how far I would have come. So that's the little I can say about my beginning of mental health nursing.
You have touched a lot on the questions that are going to come up later in this interview. Yes. So you did mention the school you went to. How many years was the studies? Is it a 2-year program, a 3-year program? And at the end of the studies, what were you awarded? Diploma, degree?
Okay, mental health nursing in Ghana is a 3-year program, which awarded a diploma in mental health. Just like the other diploma nursing programs, you are awarded diploma in mental health. So after 3 years, you are given a certificate of mental health nurse as your diploma certificate. So it's a 3-year program, and you are awarded a certificate in mental health nursing. Okay. So that's it about it. Just like general nurses and midwifery, you after your high school, you apply there are three main schools that offer mental health nursing in Ghana that I am aware of. We have Panta Nurses Training College, Ankapo Nursing Training College, and a new one that is now in the northern sector of Ghana. They are also doing diploma in mental health nursing. So that is the beginning, or if you want to do mental health nursing in Ghana, that is where you have to start from.
Okay, thank you very much. So, did you do maybe the first year, did you do general nursing first, then second and third year you focused on mental health nursing? How was the teaching curriculum like?
Okay, for the teaching curriculum, just like the other areas of nursing, as I said earlier, the general nursing and then the midwifery, first year you do anatomy and physiology, you do basic nursing, you do first aid, and you do psychology. So that is how the training or the first year program is scheduled. And then your second year, you do medicine, medical surgical nursing, and then you go more into psychopathology and pharmacology in your second year with your clinical practice and all that. So you are more focused on the mental health specialization part in your second year, whereby you do principles of psychiatry, you do psychopathology, you do you do other social areas that have to do with nursing. So mental health nursing, that is how it is structured. So we are more or less trained as polyvalent nurses. We are not just focusing on the mental health aspect. We are being trained to care for patients who have physical conditions, who have women who are going to deliver. You do obstetric nursing, you do all the other specializations. But your second year, second semester, then you focus on more of the psychiatry, which afterwards you are awarded the mental health diploma certificate. So for a mental health nurse, you do all the specialization. That's why mental health nurses can work in any aspect of healthcare. They can work in the medical ward, they can work in the surgical ward, they can even do delivery. Because without mental health, all the other healths are not complete. Yeah. You need to be mentally healthy for you to be able to function in all these aspects of life. So that is what mental health is about. Okay. That's the training to is scheduled for you to be able to meet all the social aspects of nursing.
Okay. You have spoken extensively and I'm enjoying this. So you did mention that you didn't know what you were doing. So I think there's a little loophole from high school to tertiary. We don't have maybe a good career counseling. People don't tell us about the courses we are likely to do or what you are likely to become. If somebody had guided you maybe back in maybe SS3, high school, third year, and told you that these are the type of nursing courses available, you can either be a teacher, a nurse, engineer, politician, whatever, and give you a good career counseling, you'd have known the type of nursing and chosen whatever you want. Yes, I remember I was also in that situation. I also applied to one of the nursing training colleges before I applied to other universities, and I ended up getting into University of Ghana General Nursing. But at that time, you are so young that you need some guidance and you don't know what you're even applying for or getting into. Yeah. I had colleagues that came to the nursing school and realized this is not what they wanted. So they dropped out because nursing is not meant for anybody. You need to be very passionate and empathetic to be able to do it. So how was life for you in nurses training? Were you living on the campus? Were you commuting to the place? How was life generally? This is way back, but if you can just summarize.
Yeah. I always say that my nursing training school days were one of the best you ever have. The experiences I had, because it exposed me to a lot of things. I was for our school, we have a hostel facility for students, and during our time, they prepare food for you. So all you do is you learn. You just have to learn. You go to classroom, you come back, you have breakfast, lunch, supper. So you don't have to really struggle coming back from school thinking of what you are going to eat or and all that. So I had friends who I interact with, and occasionally I go home. And you know the funny aspect, when we came to school, we're given rules and regulations. So we thought it was like life back on campus, whereby if you are going home, you have to sign exit. You have to, we've forgotten that we are now matured, and we're still having that ideology of high school. So I remember a couple of times, about 2 times when I was going home, I was signing exit and my colleagues were laughing at me. Hey, you dear, everything you sign exit. And I'm like, but they've asked us to sign exit. So later I just realized that, oh, now you are no longer that high school student that you need to, though you have to live within the principles or disciplinary codes of the school, but then you are an adult now who can handle certain things. And I had a lot of friends, experiences, and the things I learned in NTC. I'm saying that if not that I did mental health, maybe by now I'd have broken down mentally. But because of the knowledge I acquired, because of the skills, the training, it's not that easy. You know, you wake up early, at times lectures start as early as 7, you are closing around 3, 4, you come, you have to go back, you have group studies to do, and it's tedious, especially life in part-time. This is training, but that equipped me to be who I am. And I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because in those days, there was no water. You have to struggle for water every now and then. You have to be combining classwork with other things, and it wasn't easy. Now we appreciate the training we went through at NTC, and it has been very, very helpful.
Good. I just want to know, if somebody wants to do mental health nursing today, what are the requirements? Do you have to be a certain, maybe general art student or science student or visual art to be able to do mental health nursing? And also, were you paying fees or was it free?
Okay, so let me begin with the requirements.
Okay.
Just as it is for every tertiary institution, you need to pass your SSC exams, that's your WAEC exams, and you need to get good grades. That's the cutoff point of a minimum of 24, I grade 24, and anything below that, I'm not sure you'll be able to get admission into any nursing training, as well as any mental health nursing training in Ghana. Maybe you can do other things. We have other certificates that do not require that cutoff point, but even they also have their cutoff point. But for a diploma, you need to pass your WAEC or SSC exams, and they take general art students, they take science students, home econ students. But the home econ students, there are certain combinations. I remember during our time, if you are home econ student and you are doing textiles, I don't think you get admission. But then if you do all the others, I know some people do biology, chemistry, and food. Those ones I know you will get admission, but for the textiles, I'm not sure. And then the science students, those who do animal husbandry, they also don't get admission into the nursing training. I remember a colleague of mine, because of that, he has to drop and go and resit and all that. And then visual art students too are not mostly taken. So they don't take visual art students and then business students, because I learned when they come, they find it difficult finding their feet around, especially with the program. So that is the little I can say concerning that. And then that's for the requirement. And the admission fee. I remember when I had admission to nursing training, my dad was happy. I didn't know why. He was like, oh, nursing training, they don't pay fees, it's free. So the day my admission letter came and the fees were there, everything said, since when the nurses started paying for admission, I thought it was free. So it was like a shock to him. So he thought I was going to go to school free because nursing was free and all that. In actual fact, nursing is not that free. First, government used to subsidize certain fees, but now things are not like that. You pay for your admission, though the government is sponsoring. Now you pay for your admission and everything. So before you come into nursing, you have to make inquiry. You have to come to the school, wherever you want to apply to, find out. Because nursing now is not like those days. I remember back in school, some of our teachers were saying nursing was for the poor. It's no longer like that. You have to be prepared financially to come to nursing training college. That's the little I have to say. So financially, you have to prepare. Yes.
So your dad thought he was gonna have it easy and
yes.
Because it was free. Okay. So let's speed up a little bit. Before then, thanks everybody watching. I'm very grateful. Thanks for watching and going this far. Today I'm a little bit slow because I'm not feeling well, but the energy is gonna come maybe in the next video or something. But I hope I'm asking the necessary questions. If you are watching this and you want to go into mental health nursing in Ghana, these are the requirements you have to follow. And the next part is going to benefit those who are already mental health nurses and who can relate. So you're done with the school, you did a 3-year program and you took licensure. Was your licensure the general licensure every nurse took, or yours was mental health specific?
Ours was mental health specific.
Okay.
We don't do the, in nursing, the licensure, we have the general nursing, which is RGN. Then we have RMN, which is registered mental nursing. Then we have RM, who are midwives. So our training, you have the license to practice as a registered mental health nurse, which is RMN. So you are not awarded a registered nurse, that's RM. So that's what you are awarded with.
Then after the licensure, the results comes out, then you go and do rotation or national service. How long is it? And did you do all your rotation in the mental health facility?
Okay, so after your licensure, you have to do 1 year rotation, which now is national service. And as I told you earlier, we are trained polyvalent nurses, meaning we work in all aspects. So you go and do service in the general hospitals. We go to the general ward, we go to medical ward, we go to surgical ward, we do theater, all as part of your rotation, your national service or rotation, what we call rotation. So you go to pediatric ward, you go to, I remember I did my national service at Kolebu Hospital. So I went to pediatric emergency, I went to maternity, I went to labor, medical surgical wards. And then you do community as well, before you now come and do your psychiatry. So for the you do almost like 9 months of the general nursing, because you go to all the other parts. Then you come and do 3 months mental health hospital, and then the community as well. And so that would combine, making it the 1 year training. That if there are changes now, I need to find out, but that's what we do. And most of the students who come around, that's what they also do.
It's not too different from what I did. I remember what we did. We spent about 9 months to 10 in the hospital in different units, surgical units, medical units, pediatrics. Then we went to do mental health nursing for 2 months, I think. I remember I was in Accra Psychiatric Hospital. If the name has changed, I'm not so sure. I did that for about 2 months. So that is not too different. Okay, so after the rotation, what happened next? Were you directly posted to the hospital? Did you apply for a job? How long did you stay home before you started working as a RMN, registered mental nurse?
Okay, after the rotation, we were fortunate that most of the time when we didn't have to go through this clearance process. So immediately you finish, you even have the opportunity to choose the facility you want to work, and then you are called for an interview. So when you go for the interview, you'll be asked which facility you want to go and why you want to work there and all that. So I remember I completed my rotation somewhere July 2013. And then by September 2013, I started work at my present facility, that's Panta Hospital. So from that July 2013 to September 2013 was not July, August, September, almost just like 3 months. That's how it was then. But now, you know, things have changed and all that. So that was basically for us.
So anybody watching this, if you want to embark on this journey, you need to do your research. You need to make inquiry. Luckily for us, we have technology now. You have phone, you have internet. You can make phone calls. You can go to the offices and make inquiry. And career path, you can go to the office and see what you want to do, and go to the NCC and ask questions. The people will volunteer those information for you, so far as you go to the right place. It seems to me that all the mental health facilities, all the mental health schools in Ghana are public. Is there a private mental health school?
No, you know, because of the nature of mental health care, okay. So far, most of the private schools are not offering the mental health nursing. One, I'm sure it's because of human resource. Not a lot of people are there, and it entails a lot. You know, the books are not that common for use, and a lot goes into mental health. Let me just put it like that. So all the schools are mainly general nursing, and I don't know if any of the private schools offering midwifery, but most of them, I know they offer general nursing, but not mental health nursing.
Okay. So before we end into this interview, I'm going to have to make an appeal to you. You would have to answer 2 major questions. In case I do forget, just remind me about the 2 major questions I'm about to ask you. It has something to do with appeal. So just tell me, there's a question about appeal and it will refresh my memory, but I'll try not to forget. So I'll bring it up way before you even ask me about that, okay? So you've always been at one facility, Pantine mental health facility, that's right. Okay. And how is the structure of that place? Do you have different units, different wards? How is the setup of the place? Female, male, kids? Who do you attend to in the place? How is the setup of the building, the structure itself? How many wards do you have? Female wards? What departments do you have in there?
Okay, thank you. Pantine Hospital, okay, is known as a mental health hospital, but it's a hospital that does comprehensive health delivery. Comprehensive in that we provide general services, as in OPD services. We provide eye, we have an eye clinic, we have a dental clinic. People don't know this. So immediately you say Pantine Hospital, they think it's all about, let me put it, how they define mental health. But Pantine Hospital is a facility that provides comprehensive care, provide OPD services, provide family planning. We even have a maternity delivery, maternity ward. So there are midwives around who take care of antenatal, who takes care of delivery, postnatal, child welfare clinic. Before we have the hospital, the psychiatric aspect, where we give mental health care to people who are having problems with mental health, or with who have psychological stresses that they are not able to manage. We have, the hospital have about 4 male units wards. We have the admission wards, we have the chronic wards for males, and admission ward for males, and we have admission wards for females, and we have chronic wards for males, we have chronic ward for females, and we have a rehab for drug addicts or people who are going for rehabilitation. And we used to have what they call VIP wards, whereby at times people just walk in due to stress at work and all that. They just walk in, or they just need a place to relax and all that. We have a facility like that for such people, but now a lot is changing in the facility, but all these services are still being provided. There is an autism for that was put up for childcare, but at the moment it's not functioning. But all the others that I talked about, they are all working. So if anyone is having any problem, you can walk to Panther Hospital. You coming to Panther Hospital does not only mean that you have mental health. If you need dental care, Panther Hospital provides that. We have dentists. These are doctors who have specialized in dentistry, who are caring for people. And we have nurses who went to do, mental health nurses who went to do these programs, and they are there. They will give you the best of care. We have eye nurses, even mental health nurses who specialize in eye care, and they will give you the best of eye care or nursing that you need. They do diagnose all kinds of eye conditions. People who have been to the facility always testify to that. And the OPD services is one of the best. Anyone who has been to Panther Hospital knows this. But society, as we know, our people are not much aware of this. So that is Panther Hospital for you. And I have worked in, the admission was mostly at the acute wards, whereby that is what people see when the person is, the behavior of the person seems to pose threat to him or to others. That is what we call the acute state. You know, when we talk about acute in healthcare, it's about the critical stage of the person. And then we have the chronic. I have worked in the acute ward, and now I have been working in the chronic ward for some time now. And it has been such a wonderful experience and fulfillment caring for my patients. That's what I can say.